Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just folding some laundry. I'm just gonna babble, you know. So I'm gonna ramble. So this might be a long video. So if you want some entertainment, you might not want to listen to this video, or just go to one of my other videos. But I'm just gonna talk about my day a little bit while I fold my laundry, because actually I hate folding laundry, but it's something I got to do. So I thought, hey, might as well make a video while I'm folding laundry. And actually, you saw in my last video, my Viary, that Rie moved out, and she actually used to do this for me. I mean, she would wash our clothes, and she would fold our clothes, and she folded our clothes really neat and nice. I'm going to see if I can imitate kind of what she did, and I'll show you. But when we were in Mexico too, she also folded clothes for my dad and his partner, and they were just like, oh my god, the way she folds clothes is amazing. Because she would, like, I can't even do it now, I'm trying to do it right now. She would fold like our underwear into a little origami ball, kind of like this, but it would be like all tucked in and neat. I can't even do it now, but yeah, it was definitely a treat to have her doing the house chores. But anyways, I just took Rie to the station. I walked her over there. We spent the day together. She had the day off, and I did too. So what happened? Actually, she came over last night. She had just finished her night shift as a nurse at the hospital. And she was pretty tired, because she worked like 18 hours, and she went back to her apartment and slept for a few hours, and then she came to meet me. And so this morning we woke up and relaxed a little bit. And one thing we found kind of cool was that, I mean, she moved out last week, maybe more than a week ago, and we both were like, whoa. I was like, Rie lost a lot of weight. She got really skinny. And she said, me too. She said, Ryan, you've lost weight. And I went into the bathroom, I was brushing my teeth, I had my shirt off, and I looked in the mirror. I was like, yeah, I have lost some weight. I'm getting thinner. So I struggled through that first month of being a vegan. It was just terrible, It upset my stomach. The problem was, I think, is that I just rushed right into it. Like on July 1st, I literally just started eating only fruits and vegetables. And after a week, I was like, this is just hellacious. I mean, the diarrhea, the gas. So I went and Googled like vegan diarrhea gas, and then I got the answer I needed. It was like, your body is just taking in all this fiber, and it just shocks your body, and that's what causes those stomach issues. So I would say, if you're going to go on a vegan diet, ease into it. Like, keep your old diet, but then like 1 or 2 meals a day, do the vegan thing, and slowly weed out the foods that you want to keep out of your diet. But I'm finally feeling better, and I actually think it's because the other day I just, I had no energy. Again, I went to Google, I'm like, vegan, no energy, and some other keywords probably, and it said like one of the symptoms of a deficit of protein in the body is just fatigue and wanting to take a nap in the middle of the day, and that's exactly how I felt. So I cooked up some potatoes, put some liver in there, and I had some refried beans, and bam, my energy came back like that. And that was, important to me to just get feeling good again. But I'm not giving up on my diet, and I'm not gonna peg it to like a vegan diet. I'm gonna do what it takes to lose the middle-aged gut. I know some guys just don't care. My dad was real thin when he was in his 20s and up to his mid-30s. But then he got a gut too, so I guess it's genetics and something that men have to deal with. But when I was a kid, when I was 13, I started working out, going to our local gym in the neighborhood that I grew up in. And there were guys that would come in there, they were like 60 years old, and they were triathlon trainers. These guys were so trim. You could see like their muscles just rippling out. They weren't buffed, but they were just cut, you know. And of course, they all had flat, you know, flat stomachs, six packs. And these guys were in their 60s, you know, training for triathlons. And I was 13 at that time, and I was just like, I remember when I was 13, I thought, man, when I am 60, that's what I want to be. This is the kind of person I want to be. And that ideal has never left my mind. So, you know, when I started seeing myself get this gut and getting fat and middle-aged, I was like, whoa, this is kind of, you know, this is veering away from the person I always thought I wanted to be. So, and it was, when it got really tough is, you know, when I noticed that there was a correlation between my relationship with Rie and me getting fat, and not just Rie, but when I was with my, you know, my wife before, same thing. She always cooked for me. We enjoyed eating out. We enjoyed eating together, and that's probably when I really started getting fat, actually, and it just continued after I met Rie, because well, she loves to eat. Like, that's probably the thing she enjoys doing most, and it's probably one of the things she enjoys doing most with me. So, and you know, I have this one friend actually, and he told me, he's like, oh yeah, you know, me and my girlfriend used to always go to Del Taco in the middle of the night, and you know, we would love doing that. That was our thing, and then that got me fat too. I hear you, man. I know what you're talking about. So when I went vegan, it was July 1st, and Ria was still living here, and it was a shock to her, because I was going away from something that we were both in a comfort zone with, something that the happiness of our relationship depended on, and I was turning that around. So I think psychologically it was hard for her to adapt. She might have felt a little bit betrayed, you know. And I tried to be as nice about it as possible. One of the things I did, which I thought was nice, I don't like to say I'm nice or anything, because, you know, but I just, you know, I never said that, you know, you have to do the same diet as me. You have to try to be a vegan too. You know, I didn't push that on her at all, but I just told her, you know, because I knew that she was going to want to cook meat and eat as usual, so I just told her so that she wouldn't be disappointed, like when it came to dinner time, that I wasn't, you know, that I was only going to have vegetables or something. Anyways, I didn't want to talk about being a vegan on this whole video. So yeah, today I gave myself a cheat day today, and because this is the first time I've seen Rie in a week, we took the train to Dainichi, and there's a big mall there called Aeon Mall, and today is July 25th, and it is just like, it's just so hot you can't even believe it. It's like in the upper 90s. Okay, it's 35 degrees Celsius today. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but I think it's in the upper 90s. 35 degrees Celsius and 99% humidity. That's just crazy hot. I mean, it would be okay if it rained, but it's just like, oh, it's just like being in a frickin' swamp, in an oven. The air is so heavy and swampy, and it's just a disgusting feeling. So, but that's the feeling of summer. You know it's summer when that heat hits you, and you know you're in Japan. This kind of heat is just something I've only experienced in Japan, and Japan mostly. It's pretty hot in Thailand too, but I never actually lived in Thailand. But so we went over there, and we went to an all-you-can-eat place, and it had like a mixture of Western food, Japanese food, Chinese food. It was like all-you-can-eat, roast beef, and everything was all-you-can-eat for like $14 a person. Well, actually, with the drinks, it would have come out to about $16 a person. which is like cheap by Japanese standards, and that's the lunch buffet. If you go for the dinner buffet, usually like the average price for a dinner buffet is here. Low end is $25, and then it can go all the way up to like $60 at nice places. But yeah, for lunches you can get pretty good deals. You can find buffets here in the $12 to $16 range. And we did that, and after that we just kind of chilled out at the mall. And I took video of all this. I'm going to put it up later. I'm actually making an everyday life in Japan video. I'm going to make a long one and put it all together, so you're going to see that in a later video. But we just chilled out at the mall, sat there, and I called up my buddy in China. He's transitioning between schools. He went out into the countryside where he used to live, and he hooked up with this married Chinese chick, and they had like a hot fling for 3 days, tons of sex and naughty stuff like that. And he was all telling me about his adventures in China. He's a funny guy. So Ria was playing games on her phone, and people just can't move because it's so hot, you know. And after that we just came home and chilled out for a while. Actually, me and Ria made a video together. We did it in Japanese because she feels comfortable in that language. And I usually don't make videos with Rie in Japanese because I would love to make those kind of videos all the time. But for my English speaking viewers, I would have to put subs, and that takes a lot of work and time to put subs, English subs, in my videos. Just to give you an idea of how much work it takes. For like a 2 to 3 minute clip, it takes about 2 hours. So pretty much to put subs for 1 minute of video, it takes about an hour. And the video we shot today was 17 minutes. So that's at least 17 hours of work. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask my buddy Wes, who he's in America. He helps me out with some of my editing stuff, and he likes to study Japanese, and I might ask him and see if he'll help me do it, because he can study Japanese that way. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I finished folding all my clothes. Oh, I got some more here actually. So yeah, we made a video, and then well, Ria has to work tomorrow. I got to get up early in the morning. I have to get up at like 7 tomorrow. That sucks. So we both got to work tomorrow, so she decided that she was going to go home. And we got it's called the Tenjin Matsuri. It's the Tenjin Festival here in Osaka, and it's like right in my neighborhood. Like literally you can walk to the core of the festival in like 5 minutes. And I'm going to put a video up, a separate video showing footage from that, so please check that out. That'll be a lot shorter and probably a lot more interesting than me just babbling on. But yeah, in order to get to the train station, I walked Ria to the train station. We had to walk through that festival, and it was so crowded. I mean, just like you had a person right here in front of you and one in back of you. I mean, you could barely move. It was getting to the point where I felt like it was dangerous. And I really thought that the police were really irresponsible for letting the crowd get to that level where, and I'm pretty sure, I have 100% confidence that tonight in that crowd, somebody is going to pass out because it's really, really hot. Like I said, it's in the high 90s with 99% humidity. Somebody's going to pass out. An elderly person or somebody who's just, not in good health. Somebody's going to pass out in that crowd. I actually saw I saw a few women crying. So, I mean, they were obviously uncomfortable. And, we didn't know that because we were walking this course, right? But then it funneled into a a course that you couldn't get out of because they had fences on both sides. They had police like blocking off any kind of side area where you could go to, and they just funneled everybody into this narrow street, and it was really stupid. Like, I don't know why they would do that kind of crowd control. And there actually have been many incidences here in Japan. Excuse me. There have been many incidences here in Japan where crowds have become too big and too out of control, and people have gotten stampeded, injured, and a lot of deaths. And I don't understand why they continue to do that. I mean, I felt I was probably, I don't like to brag or anything, but I guess because I'm Western, I'm like almost 6'1", and I was, towering over everybody. The Asian, the Japanese people are pretty short on average. So I mean, but I felt just kind of nauseous being in that huge crowd and not being able to escape. I mean, there was a fence right here that was like about 2 feet above my head, and there were police like kind of guarding, But I said to myself, if I get to the point where I feel like my health is in danger, I'm going to hop that fence. So that went on for a while, and we finally got into this area where it cleared out a little bit, but it was crazy. So yeah, I took Rita to the station. There were fireworks going off. Anyways, I finished folding my clothes, and I'll show you here. There you go. That's my clothes that I was just folding. Man, this is so sloppy. Rie would have done it so good. But yeah, guys, check out the video of some of the footage I took of the Tenjin Festival here in Osaka. I'm going to post that right after I post this video. I'm out.